I was just in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And I flew there from my city to Warsaw, Warsaw to Amsterdam. I was quite shocked when I got off the plane that my cell phone worked. Now, I'm not talking about the capabilities of the cell phone. I'm talking about the data plan. I have a local carrier called Play here in Poland. So when I got to Amsterdam International Airport, my data was still working as if it was in Poland. Now, typically that's never the case. If you go to Ukraine, you go to any other places, you have to get a new SIM card. But I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I was listening to Obsidian Media Network's live stream. And of course, his live stream is very animated and vivacious. And he's talking about a scenario about why brothers need to get these business cards. And I kept hearing him say 500 business cards for $20. Now, this is, kind of interesting to me. I've heard something similar from Steve the Dean. And he said, the reason why you want these 500 business cards is because you want to make sure you put your email on there when you're approaching a woman. Now, I thought this was interesting. Why would you put your email on there? So he goes on. So you go up to a chick, and you go up and talk to her, and try to make some conversation, and then you give her your business card, and you tell her that whenever she wants to hook up, and that is in that way, in other words, or call, here's my number. But any other type of questions that she has, she can send them to me by email. Now I'm alarmed. I'm waiting for my luggage. And I started to listen a little bit more of what he was trying to get at. He was saying that when you meet a woman or you approach her, you're trying initially to say, we can spend some time together at my house. We can hump. Then after that, we can go on a date. Now, obviously, some women or most women would have the discussion, well, I don't really know you like that. I don't really understand you like that. I got to get to know you. Well, that's what my email is for. Any questions that you have, send it to my email. I thought this was quite interesting. If you have any questions, I've never heard anybody say this, so this is unique. Send them to me by email. You want to know where I'm from, and I will gladly answer. But best believe you will get nothing if we ain't humping. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my cool, trying to be professional here. And I thought that to be quite amusing. But do you know what? That's some real stuff. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm to that extreme. Because like Obsidian said, he's a guy that likes to enjoy feminine company. I don't really mind paying for, $20 dinner or a few drinks. It doesn't really bother me. But to a lot of American guys out there who are working hard for their money, and with a study coming out by the New York Daily or the New York Post, I believe it was, 1/3 of women are willing to go on dates with men that they are not attracted to, just for food. Now think about that. They're not trying to go and get no bills paid, or go and meet a guy and trap him and get pregnant, or go and get him guy and lead him on. They're going because they're hungry, either at a place they like, the place that they can't afford, or if they have no food at all. And so now when you go out and get a phone number, I'm talking about something, back in the day. In the 90s and 2000s when I was coming up, it was a success if you got a female's phone number. That was a big deal because this was before the cell phones. This was before any of that. Getting somebody's phone number was a big deal in the 90s. Getting a date was a big deal in the 90s. Okay? But now with the age of Tinder and all of that stuff, guys are looking at closing the deal. Okay? And getting a phone number ain't enough because you can get a phone number, you can send a text message, respond 15 hours later. And then also, if you go to a date, women will show up to the date just so they can get some free food. Now, a lot of guys who are not in the knowledge of what is known as the red pill, or some of us in the black sector of the manosphere will call it the brother pill, we are still excited just to be in the company of a very beautiful, attractive woman. And can I also say this? Let me say this. This is going to shock you. We're just happy to get to the date. Now, imagine a team that's in the Super Bowl. They're not there to win it. They happy that they made it there. Man, we just glad to be in the game. And most guys are just happy to get some time with a woman that they thought that was kind of out of their league. And listen, this is better than nothing. If I get it, so what? But if not, I'm just glad I came out to the date. Take the kiss on the cheek, go home, feel good about it. But here's the situation. And we all know this red pill 101. Soon as you take that, shout out to all my ugly brothers out there. Soon as you buy that meal, you go to Ruth Chris, you go to Leroy's Chicken and Grit House, there's somebody that's in that phone that don't have to do any of that and going to get all of that. And you know what I'm talking about. Let me just tell you a little bit of a story. And I told this story the other night on the live stream. There was a chick that I knew from my neighborhood. Big old booty, right? Fine. Just I'm talking about thicker than just peanut butter thick. Just juicy everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere, brothers. Everywhere, right? I had a girlfriend at the time. But I was trying to hint at liking her, but I was kind of scared to say something to her. You know what I mean? Because it was a family friend. But anyways, one day she hit me up. I loaned her like $50 for a phone bill or whatever. I was simping, She's like, oh, my God, I'm so hungry. And she lived way on the other side of town now. South Sacramento. So what I did was I went over there to meet my girl. But before I went to go pick my girl up, I went and stopped by the McDonald's. Went to the dollar menu. I don't know how I ended up buying 25 double cheeseburgers or something like that, right? Bill was like $27. I went into these ghetto ass apartments. Was glad to be there. Now, this is what simping would do. You'd be glad to do it. Glad to trick off on somebody that ain't interested in you. All right? Knocked on the door. Dude was like 6'2", 3. Like he should be on the 49ers playing defensive back. What's up, man? I'm like, yeah, man, is Shayna home? She's like, oh my God, I can't. Thank you so much for this food. This is my boyfriend. Boyfriend? Wait a minute. I done bought these damn double cheeseburgers. And you gonna give them to him? This dude is a grown, able-bodied man. So here I am delivering food for them. I'm Uber Eats before Uber Eats came out. Didn't even get a little kiss on the cheek or nothing. The dude just sitting there. Thank you, bro. This is what I'm talking about. So now what Obsidian is saying, and what a lot of guys are saying is now listen. If you want to go out with me, make sure you feeling me first. Do something for me first. Then we go out. And you know what I'm talking about. Well, I don't know you like that. I got to get to know you. There's my email address. Go ahead and send me all the emails you need. Because that's how we're going to communicate. But if we ain't humping, you gets nothing. I can't say that I disagree. So shout out to Obsidian for making that one, man. It's very, very interesting. Guys, shout out to you for supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. We have almost 400 guys that's on the Patreon site. I thank you so much, brothers, for all that you do. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. Keep supporting us there. And also, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know how you guys think about this, man. Do you guys think that you should get to know somebody by email? And before you do anything, spend some money, they got to do something for you. As Obsidian talks about, bending over the couch and all that. But anyways, man, shout out to Obsidian for the topic. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.